Hi, my name is Eric Burton, and this is my demo for the Week 6 final project, Part 2, which is our team-based volunteer management API. In this video, I'll go through the key features required in Part 2, which are CRUD operations, data validation, OAuth security, and testing. We've deployed the app to render, and all documentation is hosted live via Swagger. Here we have our API deployed to render, and here's our Swagger live URL. Let's start with the API documentation. So we've set up Swagger UI available at the API docs route, which is here. And all four collections are documented here: users, events, volunteers, and feedback. And each support get, post, put, and delete or CRUD operations: create, read, update, and delete. I'll just open some of these. Has our database information, post, delete. The Swagger JSON is generated using the Swagger AutoGen and includes OAuth security definitions. Let's talk about the CRUD operations. Next, I'll demonstrate CRUD. Each collection supports full create, read, update, and delete functionality. Let's test it out with some Swagger. Let's go to events, and let's just get some events. This is in our database. Try it out, execute, and it returns a couple of events that we have in our database: community cleanup, swap meet, auto shop cleanup. And if we go to MongoDB Compass, we look at our events, we can see that those events are there. And let's create an event. So we're going to come down here to events, post, and we're going to do pull weeds. Let's create. Let's do something else. Let's say water plants. Water plants. Let's say water trees. And just change this to water trees. We're going to execute this. Oh, and we have an error here because we're not logged in. So in our OAuth into GitHub 2, we need to make sure that we're logged in. So it shows that we're logged out. Let's log in with GitHub. And now it shows I'm logged in as me. We'll come back here. Let's try to create this again. And now I have a 201 response. Event created successfully. Water trees. Let's go take a look at it. This is our get events. Expect to find it here. Water trees. There it is. We can go to MongoDB, refresh, and there it is, water trees. So we see that's working. We can also, if we come back here, we can log out, and it shows that we've been logged out. Let's go ahead and log back in. So we did a demo also of the data validation, where all post and put endpoints include input validation, required fields are enforced, and invalid inputs return a 4 or 500 error. So let's try to trigger a post with a missing data. So let's go back here to this post, and let's not put in a title. Just simply delete that, execute it, and it comes back 400. Event validation failed. Title path, title is required. So this shows that there's data validation, that we need that title. And let's talk about OAuth authentication. So as I demonstrated earlier, this project required GitHub OAuth for authentication using Passport.js so users can log in and log out. Post, put, and delete routes are protected by middleware. Let's go look at our code. We go to our auth middleware. So is authenticated middleware protects the routes from unauthorized access. And then let's move over to unit testing. So we have tests created here. We've got tests for event routes, feedback routes, user routes, volunteer routes. And just an example, if we look at our test here for get all users, we're testing that it's going to return a status code 200. And if we have here for our hard-coded ID, we're also testing for a non-existent user. So if it's not there, it's going to pass. So let's run this in our terminal. It's going to give us our test. And I anticipate that they all will pass. Test suites 4 passed and 8 passed. Each task validates responses for valid, invalid, and non-existent IDs. So here are my contributions for this week. So I helped seed the database with the example data. I debugged CORS issues, and we helped write unit tests for the get endpoints in all collections, and all of us contributed to testing our app to make sure that it worked. So thanks for watching my demo on the Volunteer Management API. This project is live on Render, documented with Swagger and fully tested. I'm proud of what our team accomplished this week. And we had a deployment. It was deployed to Render. Sensitive credentials are stored in .env. Endpoints and Swagger documentation. Proper HTTP status codes are returned. Data validation, authentication, unit testing, and individual contributions. Thanks again.